12 years and 2.1 billion views ago, when my brother and I decided that we could make videos that could maybe help people in high school and college education and then give those videos away for free, nobody was there to tell us we were dumb, crazy idiots. And I'm very glad for that. Now, if I knew what I currently know and I was advising Hank Green from 12 years ago, I would have said, this is a bad idea. You do not know how complicated this is. You will be driven crazy doing this, and there's no way that this will ever be in any way sustainable. And this is the wild thing. Current me, with all the experience, would have been wrong. And crazy, idealistic, naive Hank was right. Crash Course has so far worked, but only because of a tremendous amount of thoughtful, careful work from literally hundreds of amazing people. I want you to know this. When people thank me for Crash Course, they are not thanking me. They are thanking hundreds of writers and fact checkers and editors and artists and subject matter experts. Crash Course is now a very popular resource that is available to everyone with an internet connection. It is where the students are. We think this is very important. We are in the space where they are comfortable. They understand the interface. They know that the stuff on this platform is good and engaging, and they like it. So we are there on YouTube and from YouTube, but also in other ways, because we make sure that Crash Course is available to schools that do not have YouTube available in them, and that is a fair number of schools, and that is not particularly easy or cheap to do, but we do it. But from YouTube and in those other ways, Crash Course is used in pretty much every high school and college in the US. A recent report from the American Historical Association showed that Crash Course was the second most used resource in schools in the US. The only thing that did better than us was federal resources like museums and archives and institutions. And one of the best things about this is no one can cancel our contract with school systems, because we don't have contracts with school systems because we do not sell Crash Course. I had not previously considered that to be one of the advantages of being a free product, but here we are. But similarly, another of my favorite things about Crash Course is that students know about it more than teachers do, and teachers know about it more than administrators do. Because it is free, teachers and students are able to make their own choices about what materials they use, rather than having those choices made for them by administrators, and then maybe even having those resources taken away. You'd think that being free would be its own advantage. But there's all kinds of second-order effects that come from having it be freely available that are also super positive. But our goal isn't just to be free, it is to lower every barrier to learning we can. That means lowest possible price, sure, $0, but also it needs to be good. It needs to be captivating. It needs to effectively convey complicated ideas in memorable and understandable and often, sometimes even beautiful ways. I am in the meetings with these people when they talk about how they do their work, and they are so smart and they are so dedicated and they're working so hard to get good information into people's heads. And I'm really proud that that is something that I helped build, and that's something that I help support. I also think that we are extremely efficient about it. We spend about 5 cents for every individual person we help. Now, that's a lot more than the average YouTube channel, but I don't know if you know this, I don't want to harp on it, but most educational materials cost schools a lot more than 5 cents a pupil. It would be wild to go into the school systems to use Crash Course and be like, what about 10 cents a pupil? They'd be like, it's not worth the time it takes to write the check. But that's how much it costs us. It costs us about 5 cents per unique learner we reach. But as I just mentioned, it costs students and school systems and teachers and parents 0 cents, which leaves us with a budget problem. We solve that problem in a few different ways, but around a third of our funding, the largest piece of the budget pie for Crash Course, is from people who are like, Crash Course, it's helpful. It was really helpful to me. I know that it's helpful to other people, whether or not they have money, but I do have some money, so I should give them money so it can be free for everyone. And by far the biggest piece of our crowdfunding pie is the Crash Course coin, which is not a cryptocurrency. It is an actual literal coin. And this year, there are 4. The 2,000 and 10,000 learner coins represent your ability to help us reach 2,000 or 10,000 individuals, and they are $100 and $500. Both are minted with dies hand engraved by Woody Maringer. The 2,000 learner coin is this aged nickel, and the 10,000 is this thicker brass coin. The 20,000 learner coin allows us to reach 20,000 people, and it is $1,000. It's minted on titanium with hand oxidized areas, which give it permanent color, and every one of them is stamped with a unique number. It also comes with a box and a thank you card signed by me and John. And finally, for the first year ever, the $5,000 100,000 learner coin. These coins are made of 99% silver and basically sponsor a full week of Crash Course. They are numbered 1 to 50. There are only 50 of them, and they have a signed thank you card that comes with them. And every person who gets one will get a message once this year telling them what we did on Crash Course with their money this week. These coins have allowed us to do so much. We are always innovating at Crash Course. We're always figuring out new things to do. Right now, we're doing a course on Native American studies and sex ed. We also did a religions course this year. These are all topics that we would have probably been wary about publishing if we did not have crowdfunding. There's actually a link in the description to a blog post that talks about everything we've done in the last year. We're always up to a lot. There's a lot going on every year at Crash Course. They are not resters over there. There's basically just 2 ways to fund content that makes it easier for students to learn. You can either make it available only to people who can pay, or you can ask people to pay when they can so that people who can't pay get it for free. The only reason the second way works is because people like you right there sitting, watching this video, you think for a moment about whether you are able to support this year. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But you gave it a good think, and that good think that you just gave it is the only reason Crash Course works. Good things are not inevitable. They only exist because we make them happen. If you think you can help make Crash Course happen, there are links to the Crash Course Coin website and to our Patreon in the description.